What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, we is in the building, baby. Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Let's talk about Wendy Williams. There's another dreadful story out here about Wendy Williams. We don't know what's really going on, what's really happening. We got court documents being sealed. So, there's a whole lot happening. There's a whole lot going on in this situation. It just makes you wonder, makes you think, why ain't Wendy speaking? Why ain't Wendy talking? Is she capable of talking? Is she capable of speaking for herself? Like, what's going on? Is she captive? Like, what is happening? What is going on? Is she being protected or is she not being protected? That's the situation. So it's just like so crazy that all this is going on with Wendy Williams, like, and you don't know who's actually telling the truth, which side to believe. And honestly, nobody really knows. Only person that can answer that question is Wendy Williams. The rumor is that she is hooked up with her ex-husband Kevin Hunter, and allegedly he's helping her, he's assisting her with getting her money and basically trying to protect her through his son and through Wendy, because right now the rumor out here on the street is that Wendy Williams' son Kevin Hunter Jr. is actually her power of attorney, and it seems like they're screwing him because they won't give him access to the bank accounts and to the money and to the funds and things of that nature. So therefore it makes sense for Kevin Hunter to jump in and help his son, but at the same time, is he helping his son take from Wendy? Does he have a pure heart? Does he have a pure mind? Is he looking out for Wendy Williams' best interest? Like, what's going on? Is she getting played? Is she getting taken advantage of by all sides? And we can't hear her speak or talk or even address the situation. Like, is she able to talk? Is she able to speak? Is she able to say anything? Or is she captive? Like, what's happening? What's going on? And it's like she's the queen of talk. She's the queen of mean. She's the queen of radio, queen of TV. And we can't get a word from the queen. We can't get a word from Wendy Williams, the icon, the legend. Like, we can't get nothing from her. Like, there's nothing with all these rumors on. Like, we hope that she jumps out of a cake and tell us that she got a new project and she's gonna be better than ever. And baby, check me out, eat my heart out. These people done dogged me and played me and let me go at my lowest term, my lowest time in life. So therefore I've been building and I've been working. We would love to hear that, but I don't know if we're ever going to hear that, ever going to see that. And hopefully Wendy just stays around, because we don't know what's going on. We don't know if she's coherent, if she's not coherent. We don't know if Kevin Hunter and Kevin Hunter Jr. is protected Wendy Williams. We don't know if the bank is protecting her. We don't know who's protecting her. We don't know if she's surrounded by wolves, baby, and they eating her alive out here in these streets. But you guys let me know what you think about this situation. But in any event, as you guys know, there was a statement released by Wendy Williams' rep, and I believe his name is Howard Bradman, and he released a statement yesterday. And then Wendy basically said that you don't speak on my behalf. Now the rumors are out here that Wendy actually fired her rep, Howard Bradman basically fired him, and she told him that don't be speaking on me. I don't know who you is. And people are saying that Howard was hired by the network. So in any event, like, it's just so tricky. It's just like who's her handlers. It's just like so much craziness going on. Then Wendy Williams has an Instagram account where it's verified and it's actually Wendy Williams. This is what they are saying. Only Instagram could really verify that situation. And so in any event, she released a statement saying that she didn't tell Howard Bradman to even speak upon her or talk about her point blank, period. We don't know what to believe. In this statement, doesn't seem like she's happy, with the decisions that are being made. We don't know if she's happy or the person that's writing the Instagram is happy, because now you have an issue where Bradman, Howard, basically, he makes another statement, and a statement he makes is he don't know who is actually running Wendy Williams' account, her Instagram account, and whether it's real or not. He's confused because he said that he FaceTimed Wendy Williams and he had this conversation about releasing a statement, and now Wendy Williams is saying, hold up, wait a minute, brother, I don't know who you be, I don't know who you are, if it's Wendy, so we don't know. So there's a whole lot going on. And then moving on from that situation, you got Norman that that was always with Wendy Williams on the show and everything. He released a statement. His statement sounds like he's at a funeral. His statement sounds like Wendy's not here anymore. His statement is just sad. His statement just made me so scared and so worried. Like, oh my God, where is Wendy? What's happening? Like, what's going on? Because the way that his statement was just so sad. It was like, something that you say at a funeral when you're saying your last goodbyes. Like, she's gone. Like, so I'm just like, okay, Norman, woman, like, what's going on with your statement? Like this seems like, yo, like, it's like he's saying his last goodbyes. Like, he's never going to talk to Wendy Williams again. He's never going to see her again. And she was once a part of his life, and now she's no longer part of his life. And now he has to move on to Sherry Shepherd. So it all sounds weird and crazy. There's a whole lot going on. You can read the statement, pause the video, and you tell me what you think. But my thoughts, when I read his statement, it sounds like he was at a funeral. He was at an awake service. Lord have mercy. Please pray for Wendy that she has protection and God is on her side, that somebody heals her and protect her, baby. Because it sounds like nothing but woe surrounding this woman that is sick, allegedly. So let's get down to the situation. So the new story is Wendy Williams fires management team and is only speaking to her son and ex as she is being replaced by Sherry Shepherd on the show. Lord have mercy, there is so much going on. And yes, in this video Wendy did speak, but we need you to speak again, because when this was going on, it wasn't this bad. There's just so many rumors about what's going on. Wendy, you need to speak up on this. You need to talk about this. You need to address the situation. You ain't got to talk about the court. You ain't got to talk about the bank situation. You ain't got to talk about being replaced, but just let us know that you are still here, answer some questions, and also put a newspaper next to your name so we can know the date and time, and that's it. Or go onto your YouTube channel or create a YouTube channel and talk to us, and just talk to the people. Let us know that you are okay. You can talk about fashion, you can talk about clothes, you can talk about love, you can talk about the weather, you can talk about anything. You don't have to talk about what's going on, because we don't know if Wendy wants to sue the network, the distributing company, if she wants to sue, Debmar Mercury. We don't know. But in any event, it's like a whole lot going on, and it's getting crazy and it's getting scary. So in any event, continue on to the story. There's a source that has told the U.S. Sun that multiple sources have exclusively said that Wendy has gotten rid of both her long-term manager, Bernie Young, and her recent crisis manager, Howard Bragman. So basically, did she get rid of him because he wrote this statement, y'all? And now he's out here saying that, he don't know who is actually running Wendy Williams' Instagram account. Okay, he's confused by the situation. So it don't seem like the people that is handling Wendy is confused about the situation. They don't want him speaking. They don't know if it's false. We don't know what's going on in that situation. And she just gave a statement to Instagram, and that's it. But we don't know if she wrote it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, what do you guys think about this situation, baby? It is crazy, for real. And also, one insider told The Sun, Bernie and Howard are out. They don't even have a way to get in contact with Wendy. So now you have these people saying that they don't have people that used to work with Wendy, her manager, and the former crisis manager, basically saying that they don't have a way to get in contact with Wendy Williams. They don't have a way to reach out to her, whatever the case may be. And basically saying things of this nature, and saying that she got rid of her longtime manager, Bernie Young. Well, basically what it's saying is, like, the court can use this, that, okay, people haven't talked to Wendy, they can't get in contact with her. Then why did, Mr. Howard Bragman basically say that, he talked to Wendy Williams and he released a statement? So did you talk to Wendy or did you not talk to Wendy? Okay, like, what's going on in this situation? So these stories are really getting out of control, and Wendy, we're gonna need you to come through and straighten some of this mess out, for real. But in any event, by these former employees saying that they have no way of getting in contact with her or talking to her, basically make it seem like she's being held captive, and she's held against her will, or people are not able to talk to her, basically giving the bank more leeway to hold on to her money. I don't know if this is a plan. I don't know if this is what they're trying to do, and things of that nature. And I don't know why they're not able to get in contact with her. Maybe she feel like they're hurting her. Maybe she feel like all these stories that came out is because of them. Maybe she feels like they are trying to destroy her, rush her back to work, or basically trying to ruin any other opportunity that she might have, because she would be a liability and also an insurance liability as well. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. But baby, there is a whole lot going on in this situation where it is just really ridiculous. So you guys let me know what you think about this. But this is just like, off the chain, off the meters, like what is really going on. and none of it sounds right, none of it even looks right. And so, continuing on with the situation, it just seems so crazy. But in any event, we shall see. And it's basically saying that Wendy Williams has fired her manager and issued a statement denouncing one of her representatives, one of her reps, and that is, Howard. So, we're just basically going along with the flow about what's happening. The insider told The Sun, they can't talk to her. They can't get in contact with her. And the Wendy insider claims Howard was brought on by the show producers company, which is Deb Mar Mercury, but was never hired by Wendy herself. So basically, they're saying that this guy that's made this statement for Wendy Williams ain't no friend of Wendy's, and Wendy didn't hire him. He's basically working for the powers that be. So therefore, that's probably why he is out. And Wendy's like, you don't ever make no statement on me. You don't ever mention me. You don't ever talk about me. You don't ever do that. So, it's a long, hard situation. We don't know what's real and what's fake. So hopefully all the way together that Wendy Williams, she is okay. And, this situation actually pans out because, it's just really, really kind of just off the chain. And any way you look at the situation. But continuing to move on with the story, so Wendy didn't hire Howard. Basically, the show brought him on, so she fired him, and she don't know who he is. He was her crisis manager, and he was brought on, I believe, and he was brought on to manage the crisis that Wendy was going through. I believe it had to do something with, they brought him in September, just 2 days after Wendy was transported to a New York City hospital for a 5150. So now you guys tell me what you think about this situation. Like this is really crazy. Like, this is too much, really going on. And it's basically no answers. All you hear is this, all you hear is that, and we don't hear nothing from Wendy. And that's the problem. We need to hear from Wendy. And I don't know if we're going to hear from Wendy. And that's and that's the sad part, because we might not hear from Wendy. Hopefully we may, but the way that it's looking like we ain't. But in any event, so, Howard was brought on when Wendy, they came to her penthouse and they basically took her to get an evaluation. And, that was reported. And then actually people were saying the insider also added that Bernie was hired back in 2019, was also led in large part by the production company. Although Wendy was able to agree with his role, meanwhile, other sources allege that Wendy has days where she doesn't know who Bernie or Howard are. And basically, Wendy is having struggling to recognize even longtime friends. So they were saying this situation. So basically, it seems like the network has came together and basically, realized that, right now Wendy's not able to come back to the show, and she may not ever be able to come back to the show, so they have to replace her, with Sherry Shepherd. And that's the situation. I guess they did all the medical, everything that they can find out about Wendy and her health status, and they chose to go with Sherry. So that's the situation. And basically the people that they hired, the production company, the distributors, the producers, Deb Mercury hired these people, you know what I mean? So these people are hired for the company. They are not hired for Wendy. Do they have Wendy's best interest, or do they have the company best interest that hired them? Of course they have the company's best interest that hired them. So we're hoping and we're praying that when it comes to Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., that he has her best interest, and we hope that Kevin Hunter has her best interest, because when you look at the whole situation, if Kevin Hunter Jr. is basically Wendy's Williams, power of attorney, of course his father is going to be involved. And the situation is hopefully that they just have her best interest, and she doesn't get robbed blind, and die broke and die poor, because she shouldn't. For real. And also her family should get her money. Her money should go where she wanted it to go. We don't know if Wendy has a will. We don't know if she has, these things put in place just in case something happens, which it doesn't sound like it. But at the same time, probably no one be prepared for Wendy to have these issues, allegedly, if they are true, because this is what, people that are close to Wendy, close to the production company, are saying, that Wendy cannot recognize people. She can't recognize her management team. She can't recognize Bernie or Howard, who was hired by the production company, and she has a hard time recognizing people that are her long time friends at some time. So we shall see what's going on. And one friend insisted that the former host is in good hands with her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., who is caring for his mother with the guidance from the father, Kevin Hunter Sr. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. It's crazy. For real.